College students head back to campus. Fighting fraud may not be at the top of their list of priorities, but college students are very susceptible to identity theft. Bryce Marshall with the Better Business Bureau is here today with some tips for students to be aware and prepared for scams. Bryce, welcome back on the show. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Why are college kids maybe more susceptible than some of us for scams?
They're more susceptible because it's going to be the first week of school. A lot of them are just starting this week, and you have welcome week. You're trying to find all your classes. You're trying to find even where your dorm, where eating places are at. So you're not going to really be paying attention to, looking out for scams and stuff like that. So the first thing we really want to talk about is guarding your passwords.
Okay.
If you're going to guard your password, make sure you don't have it just written down where anyone has access to it. Try to make sure everything is a different password, not just the same one. If it is hard for you to, memorize passwords, if you're going to keep like the same keyword and like a couple extra numbers, exclamation points, something just to make it harder.
Yeah, and you always hear don't let it be new 1, 2, 3 or something like that, but it is very important to have different letters and different numbers and things like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
The next thing we want to talk about, or the second tip I should say, is sending sensitive mail to a physical address, not really to your dorm or to an apartment, because those are really easy to access. If it does get sent to the wrong dorm or the wrong apartment, someone may not be trustworthy, be like, hey, you know what, here's your mail. They might just open it up and you have some sensitive documents and they have access to that. And it's really easy.
Yeah, I never thought about that. I lived in a fraternity house, so a lot of people in and out. But it is probably a good idea to invest in a P.O. box or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. You want to have just something that's more secure, something that's not going to have a lot of access to a whole bunch of other people. So that's always a great idea to do. Okay. Another thing is if you have a lot of documents just sitting out all over your bed, especially if it's a dorm room, you have to share it with someone else. You don't want to just have that where anyone has access to it. Go ahead and just secure it in at least someplace. Not everyone's going to look for it. And if you know someone's about to come over, just go ahead and set it aside in a drawer. You could also get a small safe like at Walmart or Target for $20, $30, and at least that has a lock and key on it.
Yeah, those are a lot cheaper these days too, so that'd be good.
Right.
And then what's your last one?
And then the last one, what we want to talk about is never lend a debit or a credit card. This might seem like common sense, especially if it's someone you have absolutely no idea who they are. You're not going to usually do that. We want to take it a further step and say don't even lend it out to even a friend, because you never know if you're not going to keep speaking to that person, especially if you sign up for some big payment plan. What if you stop talking to them? It's just on your credit. It's going to lower your credit score. It could just drain your whole bank account. You never know.
Right. And these are good life lessons too. I mean, part of college is learning, life skills, and this is probably a very important one. And you guys probably teach that a lot.
Yeah, we try to make sure that everyone is very aware of scams, no matter your age. And we just try to let everyone know so it doesn't happen to you.
Great advice, and it's hard to believe, but college is back. Kids are going back probably in the next week or two.
It sure is.
All right, Bryce, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. We'll be right back after this break. Stay with us.